Good evening. This is Coach Randy Ferris, and I'm bringing to you Coach's Corner Show on Cascade Sports, the Coach's Corner Show where we cover all 94 feet. Today's guest, we have the head coach at Lee Summit North High School, Ray Hughes. Coach Hughes, how's everything been going this season?
Oh, it's going excellent. Excellent. Everything's going great so far and looking forward to the season.
This will be your second year at Lee Summit North,
Yes, sir.
and you're trying to build. I'm assuming you're trying to build the same kind of tough, hard nosed team that you had at Ruskin. You want to talk about those teams you had at Ruskin and how hard they played and how physical they were?
Absolutely. Once those guys bought in, all of them love to play basketball, but it was the dedication to the day to day and the summer and the off seasons. And once we got that, we already had great kids. Once they got that, then some success started coming for them. So it just was the key to success was their willingness to give the extra time up and play together. That was our key at Ruskin.
Well, yeah, and your teams were always so hard nosed. It was always fun to scout them and see what you had, and then try to match up and play with them. So, how is it working? Bringing your style of play and bringing that toughness. Are you beginning to see that building there in your program there at Lee Summit North?
Without question, a lot of the young men I had last year were first year varsity players and younger players, sophomores and or juniors that hadn't played at that level yet. And, coming into a new system, I can see it's kind of tough for them because they're trying to not only adapt to the new system, but adapt to 6A varsity basketball. And what they all did was they did an outstanding job this summer of getting in the gym, getting in the weight room, and everything we asked them to do and more. And so they put themselves in a great position this year to take that next step.
Well, I saw your team play one time last year over at Lee Summit, and really was impressed with a couple of your kids, a couple of your guards, really good shooting guards. You want to talk a little bit about the personnel that you have this year and what you have to look forward to for the season?
Yes. We have Braden Means was our leading scorer last year. He'll be back. He's a junior. He had a really solid year for us last year, as well as PK Newberry is a senior back last year. Those two are our two leading scorers. Um, Trey Paulding was a freshman last year. He played quite a bit as a freshman, led us in charges, did a great job, and has really doubled down. He's really improved vastly over the summer. So we're looking forward to a lot of great things from Trey. Our point guard, starting point guard was Robin Lucas the third last year. He's out for a minute because he broke his hand in the football game last Friday. So we're looking forward to getting him back in a few weeks. Um, Other returners are Eddie Norton, who's had a great offseason. He's a 6'1", 6'2" forward slash guard, athletic. He's really done some great things in the offseason. So looking forward to a great contribution from him. Uh, Nick Williams is a transfer student from Lee Summit West. Really hard nosed defender, just really tough. Has brought a lot of spirit to our team. He'll be a good addition to us at guard. Tate Barker started some games for us last year. Was our point guard and did a great job. And he's looking forward to taking a bigger leadership role. But and Tate is a junior. Jackson Graham, really good shooter. Also had a great summer. Played for us last year. He's a junior this year. Quentin Human was our five-man last year. Really athletic. He plays three sports, as Trey Paulding plays three sports as well. But Quentin Human is our big guy inside, if you will. We've got a couple transfers this year in that played football as well. One is Deshaun Bennett. He played tight end for our football team. He's about 6'3", versatile, forward, good shooter, can do a myriad of things. We also have Kai Reed, a transfer from Piper, played football for us as well. Really just physical, really, really good player. He has to get in condition. He's in football shape right now, but he's a really explosive player. Could be a really good player inside and out for us this year. Will Ray is a sophomore that played for our junior varsity last year. Played receiver for the football team this year. Uh, can just put it in the basket. You know, he's got to learn a few things defensively and whatnot, but he's just a pure scorer and a really kid. Let's see. I don't want to leave anybody that I should be mentioning. Robin Lucas, Nick Williams, Tate Barker, uh, PK Newberry, Eddie Norton, Jackson Graham, Bray Means, Will Ray, Kyrie, Quentin Human, Trey Paulding, and Deshaun Bennett. Yeah, those are guys. And I say everybody's name because we have a lot of kids that can play. This is one of those rare varsity teams where they're going to fight for playing time because it's really competitive, and all of these guys are going to challenge each other.
Well, that sounds like a really good situation. So Lucas will be out like 6 weeks before he can.
I'm hoping it's closer to 4 to 6, but yeah, we'll have to see.
Yeah. So, but it's great that you have all that depth and you can
Yep.
go some different ways instead of playing with the normal point guard. You can shove somebody else over there and get by for a while. The question I've been asking the coaches I've been talking to this year, what do you think of the foul rule change? The team
Oh, I
foul
like it.
in the court.
I think it affords you an opportunity to not be in the bonus the whole, not suffer the whole half
Yes.
for being in a bonus from the first quarter. I think it keeps you disciplined. I think it adds a needed element to the game.
Yeah. Well, the National Federation put it in because they wanted to clean up physical play inside. But as an old coach who used to press all the time, the way I look at it is you got 16 fouls with no penalty.
Absolutely. Yep. Absolutely.
So, because and for people out there that may be wondering exactly what we're talking about, you get 4 fouls each quarter. So in the first quarter, you don't get in the shooting until the fifth.
Right.
Now we're shooting 2 all the time instead of a 1-on-1 too.
That's a major difference.
What do you think of that?
Yeah, that's a major difference right there. But I like it. I like it. It's the same for everybody.
I'm assuming because I'm not in practices with people, but that makes it different because when you go to practice free throws, you're just shooting 2 every time. It's just
because
that's
not those same situations. If he misses or
if
he doesn't make, will he make 1 or 2? Yeah,
you're just shooting 2. So
yeah,
I think it could end up being a good deal, and deep teams like you where you can put that defensive pressure on. And not be in the 1-on-1 the whole half, that's a great situation for you.
Absolutely, that's what we're banking on.
Okay, so do you have a jamboree coming up?
No, we have inter-squad scrimmage. Our games are kind of coming up on us kind of quick, so we're not in the jamboree this year.
So you're just gonna practice right up to the first game. Who you got on in that first game?
We play Kaufman in the William Chrisman tournament on the 29th.
Okay,
then we play William Chrisman on Friday. Okay, so it's one of those deals where we're in pool play, and it's like bracket play on the other side because a team dropped out of the tournament. So it's 7 teams now. So it's you win your pool, then you'll play in a championship game if you're able to win your 2 games or the best record out of the pool.
Cool. Well, I love the fact that Chrisman is paying homage to Allen Fieldhouse fame, who was there. He was their coach. He was a high school coach way back in the day. The funny thing is, if you go back, and I'm supposed to be interviewing you, but I want to tell you this story because you'll love it. If you go back over there to the original William Chrisman High School, which is over there by the RLDS auditorium, that big auditorium, and you go there and you look down, the gym was in the basement, and you can look down in there where the gym was.
Okay.
You have mesh wire up on all the windows, and that's what they had back in those days because it was like a cage, and that's where the saying of calling basketball players cagers came from.
Okay.
And they still have that over there in Independence, so that's so cool that they're keeping that history alive in that tournament.
I did not know that. Okay,
that's a really cool deal, and a couple of those people over there, Buckley that runs their that kind of runs the tournament, runs the score table. He's been a booster there for, you know, probably 40 years. So, you know, it's a very well run tournament. Have you been in it before?
Yes, yes.
Yeah. Okay.
We actually played in it last year.
Okay, cool. Well, we were in it a few years back. It was COVID. It was the first game wearing the mask, being in COVID, and it was just it almost like it was not even a real game. I mean,
Yeah,
you remember your first game when you had to wear the mask and all that? And
yeah. Really, it. I mean, it was. I was just blessed to be out there, and we have an opportunity, so it didn't really affect me that much. Not that it didn't affect our kids, but it didn't affect me that much.
well, my big too, because I'm an older guy here and wearing the mask, and I was a little bit worried about always getting COVID and all that too.
Yeah,
It
absolutely.
was just a mess. So this new program that you've got there, want to talk a little bit about your projections as what you view as being successful this season and for your program moving on.
Well, the way we look at it is we just want to get better every day. We want to improve on the things that we did well last year. We want to eliminate a lot of the mistakes that we made last year. And a lot of them were youth mistakes, were inexperienced mistakes. We think we've cleaned up a lot of that this summer. So we're looking to max out, as I like to always say. We're looking to max out. We're looking to do the very best that we can do. And we know that we have a tough schedule. We know all the teams in front of us. So the sky's the limit. We're just gonna, go until the season is done.
Well, and I know just having seen your teams in the past, I know that's exactly what you'll do. And with all that depth, you'll just bring one more guy after another that comes in and plays hard.
Yes,
So,
sir.
Coach Hughes, I want to thank you for the interview, and I appreciate the time you spent here. And good luck with everything you do this year. And
Thank
so
you.
this is Coach Randy Ferris signing off on the Coach's Corner, and ask you to remember we cover all 94 feet.
This program is brought to you by the City of Fountains Coaches Association.